Good evening and welcome back to WNBA Trending. I'm Ava, and tonight we turn our attention to the Indiana Fever and their superstar rookie Caitlyn Clark, whose recent injury status has sparked strong words and passionate reactions from one of her Fever teammates. The basketball world has been buzzing with concern, speculation, and support for Clark, who has quickly become the face of the Fever franchise and one of the most talked-about players in women's basketball. Caitlyn Clark has been at the center of nearly every headline this season. From her record-breaking performances to her instant impact on attendance, television ratings, and overall visibility of the WNBA, her journey has been nothing short of historic. However, with greatness often comes adversity, and right now Clark is facing one of the toughest moments in her young professional career, a battle with an injury that has forced her to miss time on the court and left fans anxiously awaiting updates. The Fever organization has remained relatively cautious in their official statements. They've confirmed that Clark is dealing with what they describe as a nagging lower body issue, but have been careful not to overcommit to a specific timeline for her return. For fans who watch Clark night in and night out, this cautious approach has created a mixture of concern and frustration. After all, this is a player who thrives on competition, someone who rarely takes a night off unless she absolutely has to. But what really set social media on fire this week was not just the team's medical update, but the powerful words from Clark's Fever teammate. In a post-practice interview, the player, whose name we'll get to in a moment, made it clear that Clark's absence is about more than just numbers on a stat sheet. It's about the heart and soul of the team. According to the Fever teammate, Clark's presence on the court is irreplaceable. She described Caitlyn as the engine that drives everything we do, emphasizing how her leadership, energy, and competitiveness lift everyone else's performance. She went on to say that while it's natural for fans to be worried, the team's priority right now is making sure Clark gets fully healthy before rushing back. The message was strong, emotional, and it resonated deeply with both fans and media alike. These comments matter because they underscore just how significant Clark has become to the Fever culture. Remember, this is still her rookie season. Yet, already, her teammates are talking about her as though she's the foundation of the franchise. That's a rare and powerful compliment, especially in a league filled with seasoned veterans. Now, let's put this in perspective. In her short time in the WNBA, Clark has already averaged double figures in scoring, consistently led the Fever in assists, and has become a constant threat from deep range. Her ability to stretch the floor with her shooting, combined with her court vision, has transformed the Fever's offensive identity. And beyond the numbers, Clark has made Indiana one of the hottest tickets in the league. Attendance at Fever games has skyrocketed, with home games selling out at unprecedented rates. Even on the road, teams have seen spikes in ticket sales when Clark comes to town. Simply put, her presence has been a game-changer not just for her team, but for the entire WNBA. That's why her injury is such a big deal. It isn't just about the Fever losing their top scorer for a few games. It's about losing momentum, losing leadership, and potentially losing ground in the playoff race. The Fever are in a critical stretch of the season where every win counts. With Clark sidelined, the pressure falls on other players to step up, and that's exactly what we've seen in recent games. But make no mistake, Clark's teammates want her back as soon as possible, and that's what made this recent interview so powerful. The Fever teammate didn't just offer words of encouragement. She issued a challenge to the rest of the team. She stressed that while Clark recovers, everyone else has to elevate their play, to honor the hard work that Caitlyn has put in, and to ensure that when she returns, the Fever are still right in the thick of the postseason conversation. This sentiment has struck a chord with fans who admire Clark's relentless drive. In fact, many have pointed out that Clark herself has often spoken about accountability and raising the standard. Hearing her teammates echo that mindset shows just how much influence she has already had on the culture in Indiana. Now, let's talk about the possible timeline. While the Fever remain tight-lipped, medical experts suggest that Clark's type of injury, though not disclosed in detail, typically requires anywhere from 1 to 3 weeks of recovery, depending on severity. Some insiders believe the team is being extra cautious given Clark's workload over the last 2 years, which included a grueling college season at Iowa, a whirlwind draft process, and then an immediate transition into the WNBA spotlight. It's no secret that Clark has carried a heavy burden, both physically and mentally. She has been under a microscope from day one, with cameras documenting every step of her journey. And while she has handled the pressure with incredible grace, there's always the risk of burnout or overuse injuries. This break, while unfortunate, may actually prove beneficial in the long run, allowing her to recharge and return stronger. Meanwhile, the Fever's fanbase continues to rally behind her. Social media has been flooded with well wishes, highlight reels, and reminders of just how special she is to the game. Even players from other teams have chimed in, showing respect for Clark's impact and sending messages of support. It's a testament to how quickly she has earned admiration across the league. So, where does this leave us? The Fever have a challenge ahead. They need to win games without their brightest star, and they need to keep their confidence intact. But as her teammate made clear, this is not the time to panic. This is the time to prove that the Fever are more than just a one-player team. When Caitlyn Clark does return, and all signs point to a strong comeback, the Fever could be even more dangerous than before. With her teammates carrying more responsibility in her absence, the team's depth may grow stronger. Add Clark's firepower back into the mix, and suddenly the Fever become a very real threat in the playoff picture. In closing, the injury setback is just another chapter in Caitlyn Clark's incredible story. Yes, it's a bump in the road, but with her resilience, her team support, and the overwhelming love from fans, she's poised to bounce back. And if her teammates' words are any indication, Clark won't just come back. She'll come back with even more motivation to prove why she's one of the brightest stars in sports today. I'm Ava, and this has been WNBA Trending. Stay tuned for more updates on Caitlyn Clark's recovery, the Indiana Fever's playoff push, and all the latest from around the league.